You little cuddle bugs. Little piggies. Hey, over here. There's more. Spread it out. Sorry. I didn't actually mean to do that. Getting big. Lady, Izzy, Pork, and Chop. We're about to get a few days without rain. And when I say a few, this weekend, there's another chance of rain, which, you know, I gotta be honest. It's not that I like mowing all the time. It's not that I like the wet ground all the time. But man, last year when we were in those drought-like conditions, and when you mowed, it was like you were stirring up the dust bowl. That was a lot worse, and I haven't forgotten. I don't miss that, man. I don't. Everything is really green. It's quiet. The big cows got water in the little creek that runs through the 20. You know, I can't find too much to complain about. I know it's wet. I know. And I'd like to mow the front yard, but if I head in there with that Yakta, as much as it weighs, I'll probably have to box blade it when it's done, because I mean, I can't. They'd just tear it up. It'd ruin all the baby grass. I don't know, man. I haven't forgotten what it was like when it was really dry. Camouflage pretty well. All right, let's go check the creek, see how high she is, or isn't for that matter. We actually got, let's see, after last night's video, about 5:30, 6 o'clock Central Standard Time, we got 1.5 inches of rain during the video and immediately following, and then another 1/4 inch this morning. So we had almost 2 inches of rain in 12 hours. That definitely shifted, man. Definitely. Or at least maybe the creek rock underneath it just washed out underneath it, and that's what made it settle a little bit, because she's definitely got a little lean to her. But that's up, man. I mean, I wouldn't cross that. I gotta be honest, you'd get stuck. You would get stuck. The tractor might be able to do it, but no, I don't need to go over there. It's a man thing. You know how it is. I see a creek, I want to see if I can cross it. I have a big truck, I have a big tractor, I have a side-by-side. I want to see if I can cross it. Do I need to? Nope. The tractor might. The problem is all of that is loose gravel right now. So when you head out across there, even though it looks like, you know, it's not that deep, or even if it's a foot deep, as soon as you head across it, especially in a 4,000-pound tractor, you're sunk, man, because it's all loose. None of that is settled yet. None of it's packed down. Nothing. You'd be in trouble. So don't do that. I can hear Ray's voice in my head. Tried to land on some dry ground. Everything is wet. Everything is wet. I don't think there's a dry piece of ground anywhere right now. She's opening up pretty nice though. Pretty nice. And I tell you, one of the things when you're clearing land is, how do I describe it? Oh, well, so when you plant corn, you know corn is planted as close as possible to the next piece of corn, the next plant. because there's strength in numbers, right? Okay. These farmers with these fields out in the middle of nowhere, with all that corn, they've really got to be careful about their winds around them. And I've basically known that, oh no. Oh man. I just found this and I had no idea. What are the odds I was getting ready to tell this story? So here's the deal. You plant corn close together so that it supports other corn stalks, right? And I've read before that farmers consider the outside of the cornfield, let's say they have 10 acres or 150,000 acres, it doesn't matter. But they kind of consider the outer ring of the corn a loss even when it's planted, because it's going to take the most abuse from the wind and the elements and things like that. I kind of wondered if this would happen. I did. So when you take down trees that have not gotten wind before, all of a sudden are susceptible to wind. And we just lost that beautiful blackjack oak in last night's storm. Gosh, darn it, man. Darn it. You got to see how big this tree is, guys. I mean, I wear a 2X glove. The tree, I mean, if I measured it, it's probably 4 feet across. That is a massive, massive tree. And it's just gone. It took that one out too. That's fine. It was just a little one, but gosh. Man, that stinks. That really stinks. Well, I guess I don't need to cut a tree down for the calves. And I should probably go check the fence line pretty quick. One other thing that contributes to that is when the ground is really, really, really wet, like it is now. I mean, it is so wet. I mean, as I've been out here chipping and stuff over the last couple of weeks, there's things I haven't even shown you guys just because it's not worth videoing. But a lot of these trees I'm actually pushing over. Like with my tractor, like I just shove them over. Like there's nothing to it. There's nothing for them to hold on to. Just is what it is, man. The ground is really saturated. We had swirling winds here last night. It was trying to start a rotation, but it just couldn't, thankfully. And as of right now, the only loss appears to be that tree. So I am going to go check on everybody now with you guys. Make sure everybody's okay and everybody's in the pen, that's for sure. Let's check on the chickens. I know they're good, but let's check on them. What's up, lady? So I'm trying to decide when I come in here if I want to find an egg like this or if I want to go around to the front and find one. But we're still a couple weeks away, but I'm still sticking with my projection. I think we'll get one before June's up. Hi, young lady. Hi. Fake eggs. Nothing. Yeah, I just texted my folks and Dad confirmed what I was just saying. When the ground's this wet, it doesn't take much to push these trees over. And that tree, unfortunately, as pretty as it was, which is why you lose good trees. You ever notice you don't lose the bad trees? Well, that tree had no limbs on it, like 20 feet up, like none. And then it was full of leaves at the top. It was clearly here first, and it was just beautiful. So when the winds came through last night, there was nothing around that tree to stop the winds from blowing against it. The ground is saturated and it just took it out. So we already saw Frosty. There's Blue. There he is. All right, note it down below when we saw Frosty a couple minutes ago, and now note it again that we've seen Blue. There's Frosty right there, actually. Eating like a big boy. Hey, go get that big tree. I bet they don't even know it fell. They probably don't even know. Let's check on Taters and MJ. Actually, I'm gonna go in the big pen and come back through. Just just make sure everybody's where they're supposed to be. I hear him calling. Yep, we got another one right here. Golly, man. That was a tree I was probably going to take out, so it is what it is, but you can see where it just, it's so loose, it just pulled it right out. Pushed it out almost, if you will. I'm sure there's more. There's probably more we won't even find back in here. What do you say, girls and boys? What do you say? I'd like to get a visual on everybody. June, Nellie, Tipsy, Fiona, Maximus, Bunny, Finn and Sugar. What do you say, lady? What do you say, lady? It's pretty much everybody. Good morning. No, that's Diesel. No, no. No, no. Well, everybody's in, so if there's a fence down, they haven't found it yet. Let's go look. We'll cut a couple trees down for them back here. Another one. That's another one too. It at least leaned over. Yep, sure did. That's a big one back here. None of them are going to be as big as that oak that we lost up front. There's a little one. We need to, wow. I wish that would have blown a little harder. This is a nasty dead tree I've been waiting to take down. So there's that one. I mean, it's a 40, 50 foot tree. It's huge. But then this right here, what is that? Some kind of hickory? But it's down. Come here. Woo! Come on. Woo! Get it? She's looking for cake. It's not cake, it's tree time. It's tree time, not cake time. Don't have cake. June's gonna show you. And Nelly, I don't have cake. Turn around and eat. Donkey! Morning, Bonnie. Good morning. Maximus. Breakfast, ladies and gents. Tipsy, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Fiona, we're getting big. Inside 2 weeks, I told you. You're standing in breakfast, Junebug. You're standing in it. Wow. Time to give it up, Tipsy. Miss Glory. What you think, young lady? What do you think? Found another one, which this is kind of frustrating because this would be the neighbor's side that we didn't touch, but this is what happens when you don't. So we're gonna have to stand this up and then come in here and splice it and pin it back up, but it's just part of it. There's another one right there. Let me show you guys something. So over here we have what's called field fence, and we've got that a few places on the property, but everywhere else, especially on the perimeter, we put 6-wire barbed wire, 6 strands of barbed wire. So I've got a pull post every 300 feet. See that right there? So I can always cut those wires right there and pull from them. And I've only ever got about 300 feet of fence messed up. If this was field fence, I'd be in a real mess, man. If it had smashed that, well, first off, it would have crushed it because I don't think that field fence is as tight. You just can't get it as tight as barbed wire. But all I got to do is come in here, cut this right here, and I've got a fence stretcher, and I can pull it tight off that post down there. So at worst, the entire property, basically all the perimeter fencing anyway, like I don't want something to fall on the marriage fences we have, the mutual fences. But if something did, you know, it is what it is. A cow, you know, maybe Tipsy or Maximus or somebody gets where they're not supposed to be and we put them back, it's no big deal. But what I don't want is them getting out. So that's the thing you really want to watch for. But yeah, right here, all I got to do is splice that and stretch it. Cut it, splice it, and stretch it, I should say. So yeah, that's a pretty big tree right there. But I knew, you know, Ray was telling me it was pretty bad, and I was like, it's a thunderstorm. It's just a thunderstorm. She's like, no, there's rotation. It's trying to rotate. It's okay. And it wasn't like we needed to seek shelter because it was moving away from us. I just knew that this is what we were going to be up against. So yeah, I actually need to do that. I'm going to have to come back here with my tractor and pull this one down. So as long as it didn't get my shooting target. Where's it at? Oh, there she is, right there. We're solid. I look around and I can't believe it. Some of the trees that I would assume would come down didn't. There's another one back in here. Can't tell if it's new or old. Nope, it's old. good. See is a bunch of white T-posts standing up. That matters the most. So this is new right here, but it's dead. It just finally like popped, but it just fell on a couple trees, but it won't hurt anything. So if you've ever pulled roots out of the ground, pulling straight up, not gonna work. That's how they're strengthened, like they grow down and out, right? To pull something out of the ground, you pull up and kind of give it a swirl motion, and that's what happens when the winds are swirling. Unfortunately, the winds were swirling. I'm gonna jump into Taters and MJ's pasture. We got another about 600 feet of fence line that we need to be concerned about. I'm hoping it's all right. But it is the land that we disturbed the least, if you will. Like we didn't take a lot out back here, so I'd be surprised if a tree fell, because again, that blackjack oak fell because we took out some trees around it. It also fell because we've had like, I don't even want to know, probably 25 inches of rain in 3 weeks. All right, I think we're gonna be okay. This is Tater and MJ's pasture. It's about 8 acres. Yes, I did soak that with our M43, if that tells you how powerful that is. I think we're gonna be okay. This is old. Yeah, we're good. I think we did all right. By the way, this is why I don't come in here and cut down trees for Taters and MJ or worry about cubes. This is 600 feet by about 150 feet. And they've got so much to eat back in there where we've cleared that they haven't even eaten what I call the runway. But this is all good stuff. They'll eat it. They just haven't even made it up here. So I even planted some fescue in here. I know the weeds will kind of keep that from growing a little bit, but they got tons to eat up here. I put my RM43 on my fence up here. I don't see any trees down in there, but again, none of this was dozed or excavated. Nothing's been disturbed in here. So if these trees were going to fall, they were going to fall no matter what we did. We got one more fence line, the marriage fence between the calves and MJ and Taters. I think we made it. I think we did all right. That's good. That's good, that's good. I don't see them, but I think we did all right. So the fence between the 20 and the 8 is also good, but I will say I'll probably come back down that tree right there because that's just waiting to happen. It's good. I found Tweedledee and Tweedledum up here. Those are terms of endearment. Don't get upset. But let's go check on them here. They have no idea, man. They 8 acres, 2 steers, man. They just sitting here and eat all day long. Taters, what's up, buddy? MJ. Yep. So what's funny is I actually planted fescue in here last year. Like on these trails, I drove around with my seed spreader and I was like, you know what, if we're gonna have trails, just make them grassy trails. So I drove through several times and just spread it all out. Sure did. Just for you, Bubba. Just for you. Taters. So. So you can tell it's fresh because it's not discolored. Like that just snapped last night. So she's pretty big, but it looks like it was dead and dying, so just a matter of time. Yeah, all this fescue back here, I literally just threw it on the floor. It's just like something's gonna grow.